What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about OnyxCoin today, XCN USD. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it. It is the 31st day of July, the very last day of the month, and here we are with 11 hours, 11 minutes left in the day. Make a wish, everybody. We're at 1.5 cents now. If you didn't make a wish, it's too late now. I don't make the rules. Anyways, from a relative low, nope, that was not the low. That was not the low, but we're going to get the low on there. Oh, come on. From a relative low, what the hell? There we go, low to high. We are consolidating right below this 382, and we just might see a slightly lower low than this low here, where we go right to the 0.5. That would be nice, I think. Finding support at the 0.5 and then rallying. That would take us down to about 1.43 cents, something like that. If not, I would anticipate some kind of higher lower double bottom to take place. So support in this area one way or another is what's coming, okay? And if we wick just a little bit below that line, who cares? It's not a big deal. I would not expect anything dramatic to happen. But again, if you haven't picked up on the vibe, I do believe that we're going to go a little bit lower, okay? 15-minute time frame. No. Let's look at the 1 hour time frame. Man, my cat is loving up on me, and he's getting hair all over everything. Everything. Why are you so lovey, huh? Huh? He's a good one, man. He's a real good one. He's been a morning person lately. He's normally a nighttime person. Anyways, the 1 hour time frame. I don't know about you guys. But my cats, they love pats. Like, pat their butt. Hey, buddy. If you ever hear that, that's what's going on. I'm just patting his butt. All right. And then getting hair everywhere. Anyways, 1 hour time frame. Looking bullish. Looking a little bit momentarily bearish, actually. Looking like you want to come down. Lower highs, lower highs, lower highs. Rejecting the 60 on the RSI. Getting oversold, not getting overbought. Yeah, I guess you do look a little bit bearish on the 1 hour RSI. Stochastics getting out of the overbought zone, coming down, probably gets oversold. Yes, lower lows, or lower prices at least. MACD, probably going to reject the 0 again, huh? Again. That's no fun. Interesting and curious to see what happens here. Let's see. Low to high. 786 to the golden ratio. Yeah, you're going lower, man. How much lower? At least to the 886. If not, maybe at most to like 1.4 cents. Something in this zone here, right? Between about 1.49 to 1.39 cents. That's my expectation. So a double bottom, or a slightly lower low, something like that, right? That's going to be the outcome that we get, which is somewhat what we've been expecting. So that's okay. That's totally fine. Maybe we do really get this soft kind of curve down and we just perfectly hit that double bottom, but lower prices. I'm definitely anticipating lower prices with this. Let's look at the 4 hour time frame. Bitcoin's coming back up a little bit. 4 hour time frame, 1.5 cents now. 3 hours left in this 4 hour time frame here. I'm just very surprised with this RSI, man, because it looks so ready to break out. Like this behavior, I can't believe that we haven't broken out to the upside. I can't believe that we look like we want to go down on the 1 hour, but the 4 hour looks like this, and we haven't broken out any of these times. It's kind of astounding to me, but looks like the bears are holding down the price a little bit. We did have some selling pressure yesterday. In all fairness, we actually did have some selling pressure, so maybe they know something. The stochastics are bearish at the moment. And the MACD is bearish, but you're set up to be bullish. You just have to do something, right? Once you cross above that 0, good things will happen. You just have to do something, and it's not the time to do something yet. So I do think that we go a little bit lower, and that's okay. That is fine. Let's look at this low to high real quick. Golden ratio, yeah, go down there, find support, and then we will be triumphant afterwards. I don't know. As we're moving lower, you can see that volume has died off. In this kind of consolidation phase, it's died off as we've been moving down overall. As long as that look maintains itself, I would expect that we do bounce here. If we start to get below this low and volume starts to increase, we start to get readings like that as we're going lower, unless it's in the form of a wick. If we're like closing down here and we're getting a bunch of volume, that could be indicative that we are going lower. In fact, maybe down to the 786, 886 zone. It is possible. Let's accept the reality of the possibilities here. 1.37 cents to 1.3 cents itself, they are possibilities. I just don't see them happening. As far as like probability goes, I don't see them happening. So it's not in my wheelhouse of expectations. All in all, guys, we're just waiting. We're in the same exact boat that we've been in now since April 11th. Waiting, patiently waiting for this glorious pump to take place. You know, this is something that I've said to people before, and I'll say it again now. It's not the downtrends that are hard, right? And don't get me wrong, this is pretty hard. It's a tenacious downtrend. It's hard to hold through, right? But it's not the downtrends that are hard. It's the sideways boring trends that are hard, right? This one has been a longer. You would think, if I told you right now, what would you rather sit through? A downtrend that was 45 days long or a sideways trend that was like 65 days long? Which one would you rather say? You'd be like, oh, a sideways trend. That way I'm not losing money. And then, I mean, if you knew it, okay, cool, you have time to accumulate and all that stuff. You'd probably accumulate at the bottom range if you knew this in hindsight, of course. But genuinely and generally, sideways boring action, stuff like this where you're getting these false hope pumps, this is more demoralizing than the downtrend is. I'm telling you, this is a lot more demoralizing. People get bored. They think, rationalize in their head, oh, it's not doing anything because it's a dead project. It's a scam. No, guys. If it was a dead project, it was a scam. We would have pump and dumped. We would, we wouldn't be constructive. And I must admit that this phase of consolidation is rather ugly. It's not like the most beautiful phase of consolidation, but it is still rather constructive, rather productive. It's a lot more productive than this was over here. You're shaking out the weak hands. You're shaking out the people who are tourists, who are here for a good time and not for a long time, right? The people that get bored easily. The strong hands have more time to accumulate, and they are accumulating, trust me. Whenever that supply shock hits, we're going to rip through the roof, and it's going to be, I think, just like this here, right? Again, before we pumped, we went through a very, very boring period. Very, very, very boring period. And even here we went through a boring period for like 45 days, right? Before you pumped here, you went through a very boring period. Boring periods are good, right? They're actually very good, but they're insufferable, that's for sure. I don't have anything else to say. We're going all the way up, man. We're not settling for anything less than 26 to 32 cents. That's what's happening. I'm assuming that we'll get there sometime in August, if not sometime in September. Yes, I have pushed the dates back. Why? You know, people will be like, oh, he keeps pushing the dates back. He can't accept that he's wrong. No. You know, if we're at the exact same price here that we are over here, and I'm calling for the same target area, it might make sense that the dates get pushed back, right? That's how it is. I haven't seen enough to be convinced that we're going lower. And again, I will tell you guys, I'll be the first to tell you if I think OnyxCoin is going lower, okay? I haven't seen enough to be convinced of that yet. What I've seen is it seems like a lot of desperation from the bears and the trolls and the haters to convince people that the price is going to go lower. And that desperation, you know, to the downside is just as fueling to the upside as desperation to see it continue to pump is to the downside. Does that make sense, right? It's like the bears are euphoric, but they're euphoric and we haven't done anything, right? Is that you've got like a negative sentiment on this thing, we haven't done anything, right? Imagine if we had a positive euphoric sentiment here, or like and we haven't done anything. That would just be weird. That would make me think that we're going to dump. We wouldn't have a positive. I bet that we had the same sentiment back here. People were bored thinking that we were going to go down. We pumped, we're going to come back down, right? And then that's whenever we moved up. Here, the bearish sentiment was strong, and then we moved up. Bearish sentiment is very strong here. And really, I wouldn't even say it's bearish sentiment. I would just say people are bored. So, not a financial advisor, just hold, sit through the boringness, buy through the boringness, expect the price to go a little bit lower, and then we should be rallying sometime in August. I'm thinking August 2nd and onwards we should be, and maybe even a little bit after August 2nd, but somewhere in that time frame we should be moving up. It is Friday. Sorry, tomorrow's Friday. And then we have the weekend. We probably won't move up over the weekend. I am expecting August 2nd to provide a little bit of a shakeout, but we'll see. I got nothing else. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all. Take care. Bye bye.